going on, YouTube universe? Too Much Gig got hit, and today, as you saw, with my excitement that I couldn't contain, is the Trangia
27-1UL-9-6 plus 2 minus 17.
Yeah, either way, it's the new kit. Ultralight stove set, cook set, whatever you want to call it. Quick backstory here before we get into the video. I was able to snag that up at REI, and if some of you may know, REI has what they call their garage sale, which is typically a clearance section within the facility store itself. The REI I go to actually has a whole almost separate store specifically for these items. So going through there, I was able to pick that up for a really cheap price. Unfortunately, didn't come with every single piece that you can purchase this online as. I think that was including the pan, the pot grabber, the bag, which is actually a separate accessory you have to buy, and what else? I think that was it. But overall, it was a really good price, and even picking up those additional items, I still paid less than what the total cost is online. So, with that backstory said, I am going to jump into the video where you will see me put that thing to use, give some quick ups and downs, negatives, positives, whatever. Any questions, comments, make sure you put them down below, and enjoy the video. Alright, so this lovely orange case did not come with the actual kit itself. It's an accessory you have to purchase either through their site or Amazon. I believe at the time I got it for about $15, and I think it's currently down to about $7 to $9. The kit also comes with this nice strap attached to it, and as you can see, it's got a little buckle on top, which actually has some really nice secured teeth to keep that strap in place. And this is the UL hard anodized fry pan / lid, and that just sits perfectly on top. This piece is the, what is it called, multi-disc 7-inch lid / strainer, or yes, even a cutting board. What you're seeing there is the 27 aluminum kettle. This holds 0.6 liters, and I would say that this is perfect for 1 to 2 people. You can see the size, not that big, but I guess that just adds to the ultralight aspect of the kit. Inside of the pot I have a alcohol stove, and this is not a Trangia alcohol branded stove, but just a random stove I had in, of course, my gear inventory. These are the 2 bowls / pots. Each is a liter, and you can see it has some measurements on the side. And they do call these pots one inner and one outer, which makes sense because they fit together in a certain way when you stow them away inside of the cook kit itself. In the next few seconds here, you'll see me keeping it real. I'll fumble my way through the setup here, real world stuff, and you'll figure it out. Practice makes perfect. And here's where I have my aha moment. That's it. So It has some grooves here on the bottom portion. That's where you will sit the top portion, which I believe they consider the wind blocking portion, which works great. And you see the grooves there. All you have to do is sit that down, twist and turn, lock it in place, and you're good to go. So in a second here, I'm going to point out that hole at the bottom. It's actually used for a gas burner, an adapter that they provide, as you can see in the picture. Not sure of the price, but I'll probably leave a link in the bottom below. Then I'm going to put the actual alcohol stove in. Sits in there just right. Perfect fit, because that's what it's meant for, obviously. Pro tip: alcohol stoves are not just for alcohol. So I accidentally, in my haste to exit my home, used Coleman camp fuel, which I believe is a white gas, and filled that puppy up, which is a Vargo alcohol container. I'll probably put a link in the description below for that as well. But as you'll see here in a second, I got quite a surprise, expecting the typical bluish clear flame from alcohol. Instead, I got a bright yellow flame. Um, so, yep, pro tip: alcohol stoves are not just for alcohol. As long as it's a liquid type of fuel, I believe you can use it. Biggest difference here, and you'll probably see it on the kettle itself, is the amount of soot that it produces. If you use a 90% plus alcohol, more than likely you won't see that soot, but with this type of fuel, which is usually used, I believe, in like the Coleman propane lanterns, it's going to produce a lot of soot on the bottom of your pot, pan, whatever you're cooking on. But either way, still works, did the job, just a little bit more cleanup effort in the end. All right, placing the kettle on the pot, and I believe the boil took it was about 8 to 10 minutes or so. So pretty typical for an alcohol stove. And cleanup time. Um, the set itself cooled down pretty quick, just due to the aluminum. Usually it doesn't stay hot that long. In this kit here, this is the Cedar Summit X Set 11. It actually comes with a kettle itself, but also 2 collapsible mugs, which I'm going to use, and more than likely you'll see a video about that in the future. All right, cleanup begins. Very simple process. Um, I think the most difficult part may be just putting it in the right order. As I mentioned before, the pots and pans have to go in a certain way, so this way they nestle together. Overall, would I recommend this kit? Absolutely. Quality is great. It is lightweight. I will say that they make different versions of this and different sizes. So I believe there's a steel version. Then they have this ultralight version and a couple other ones. So do your research, identify what you want. But I went with this kit just because, again, I got it at REI for a pretty hefty discount. I did have to buy a couple pieces, but in total it was still less than what the original kit cost. And yeah, I'll put a link in the description below, and if you're interested, go ahead, give it a click and check it out for yourself. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the quick review and use of the Trangia stove. Feel free to subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.